Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to the room. It is Thursday, January 9th. Yep, already 9 days gone in the month. And of course, as always, we are making them count, right? Come into the room, everyone. Let's get it moving. Final one for the week. Final room, ladies' room for the week. And just want to say special thanks to the folks at Nirvana Spa, Health Spa, Beacon Insurance, and Western Union for making the show possible once again. Rock and come in, guys. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. Don't want to miss this one this morning because y'all saw the heading, right? Yeah. And then I get blamed, you know? But then, yeah, you're supposed to be the smarter of all the species. You're supposed to be the smartest, but sometimes, boy. Anyways, we'll get into it momentarily. Welcome to the show. Welcome to all the viewers on YouTube. If you're viewing on Facebook or you're listening via radio 95.1 or online, thank you so very much for powering up. Guys, we're getting ready to celebrate 10 years. Yeah, 2025, 10 years of being in this chair right here. Didn't go anywhere. And if I did, came right back. 10 years in this same spot. Can't believe it. It's already 10, like 10. I remember just the other day we turned up the power and welcome our listeners. And it's amazing how time flies, man. Can't believe we've been here for 10 years already. Wow. Anyways, who's here with me already? Good morning, good morning, good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Shante. Thank you so much. You under Shante? You know where you get a Shante from, you know. Anyway, Vernice, good morning. Jayla Ward. Morning, Roderick. Good morning, Kizzy Thomas. That does not apply to you, Kizzy. You don't know how to do that. Morning, Sonia. You good, sis? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're keeping warm. I don't envy you one bit. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, good morning. Hope all is well. Up on the hill. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Christelle. Top of the morning to those of you on the job. Terrence Wells, good morning. Good morning, Kadena. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Roxanne. How you doing? Good morning, Shanette. Shanette. It's a nice name, Shanette. I've never heard of that name. Shawnette. Never heard of Shanette. Anyways, morning. Jackie Douglas Adams, good morning. You good? What are you doing for 2025? You still fighting up? You still jamming like Bobot, or you doing like the lady and bounce? Morning, Jenny. Morning, Nichelle. Christopher Thomas Rayburn. Good morning to all in the room from a sunny but very cold London. Yeah, can imagine. And I left, it was cold. So good morning, Linda. Good morning. You're home today? Okay. Good morning, Lisa. Happy Thursday. Karen, Janelle, what's the topic? Barbados in the house. I'm gonna share it just now, Linda. Terry's here. Diamond, good morning. Nissy, good morning. Zoe, have a good day. Have a good day. Yoli, top of the morning to you. Saw you guys stepping out in your Vogue outfits. Yeah, y'all look nice. Saw my friend Chantel. You making baby? Yeah, it's about time. Time for Miss Auntie Pat to get something from you. You ain't getting nothing from you except problems. Yeah, Zoe. So I saw you guys looking really, really nice. Like Mr. Selvon have bought engaged for the year since I've been back. I ain't see him in the room. Like he's otherwise occupied or engaged. I tell you, after one time is two time. Jared Sensei, Happy New Year. Blessed one indeed. Wishing you all the best for 2025. Wrong Wendy person. I always laugh when I see that name. Good morning. Wrong Wendy. Diamond morning. So yeah, you guys are paying attention to what's happening in Los Angeles. I mean, I glimpsed it a couple days ago and I was like, okay, just another one of those fires. But then I started seeing it more in my stories, and then the news been covering a lot of it, and I'm like, okay, seems as though this is not just a little fire. And I started to pay more attention, and I realized it's like it is a fire. And you're looking at people's houses up in flames, their vehicles, all they probably worked hard for up in flames, people having to flee and leave every single thing behind to get away from those fires. And it's like everywhere. The TV's on right now, and I'm looking at it as we speak, and it's nothing but blaze, and there's smoke, and it seems to be out of control. Man, it just goes to show, listen, you could have everything in this minute and lose it all in the next minute. That's why I keep saying to folks, let us, pay more attention to living. It's nice to accumulate stuff, it's nice to have all these things, but we spend a lot of our time accumulating it and not enjoying it, and you could lose it just like that. I don't know what it feels like to have all this, just you can't do anything, you're totally helpless, seeing your home up in flames, your the home that you built with your spouse or and your children, and everything, all the memories you created just gone. It's that fire is scary. Wow. Gabby, morning. Rich and famous homes all gone. Yeah, they're all gone. All these big houses. So the wind is so too high they can't control it, and that's crazy. Imagine that. And you're hearing so many different. My heart really goes out to those folks, man. Zavid Seals morning says it's been a hectic start to the year. Well, keep pushing nonetheless. Island girl, good morning. It's madness out in LA right now. It's out of control. Imagine there's so many resources at their disposal, fire trucks, this, that, and the other, and they can't get it under control yet. Everything is just one big mess, just a wreck right now. Is that a boat? How did that boat cut? Is that a boat that's it looks like a boat. Wow. Everything is like, man, they're struggling. They're really struggling. People trying to get the animals out and all of that, seeing. I can't imagine for a minute what it feels like having everything you own, every single thing you own gone just like that. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it. And having to start literally from scratch to, rebuild or what have you. And they're asking people to evacuate in different zones, so it's not over yet. Nasi is asking, are we living in the last days for real? Listen, we gotta live each day like it's the last, because from since King Hatchet was a hammer, you hear in the world ending. The last we heard was 2020, then we had 2020 vision and all of that. So you just gotta live like it's the last. That's all we can do. None of us know the time, not the hour. So one the time we say we make plans and then God laugh. I'm sure these people had so much plans for the new year, and I don't think dealing with a fire was on any of their plans. I'm sure it was not one of the things on their to-do list. And having 17,234 plus acres in the Palisades, 17,234 plus acres up in flames. Homes are gutted from the inside out. Everything. You literally just have to pick up whatever you can on your back and run. Jump in your vehicle and move. Nothing else. You can't take none of the big TVs, the big this, the big that, nothing, not a zilch. It's crazy. It's really, really sad. Anyway, morning, Lou. On the work, so passing through. You look like passing through. Kizzy says many celebrities lost their homes. I saw Ben Affleck in a daze watching his home burn to the ground. Imagine that. No matter how rich you are, how the famous you are, how whatever you are, you you can't do anything. And we've seen it time and time again when it comes to Mother Nature. Whether it's a hurricane, it's something. There's nothing you can do to control it. Absolutely nothing. insurance companies have been putting out of places of places like California, so it's really going to be bad for people to rebuild. And they're doing the same for Florida as well, because it's way too expensive to them. Because when you have people losing all these homes in floods and hurricanes and what have you, they can't meet these payouts. They really can't. They're going to be bankrupt. People aren't going to be able to. So imagine you're paying your insurance for that purpose, and then insurance companies are moving out. So now your homes, what are you going to do if you have an issue or problem? What are you going to do? Judy, morning. How you do? Says we're seeing it every day and we're still not learning. Material things or nothing. Life is what matters. Yeah, and that is what that's the conclusion I've drawn to, spend time living life, enjoying life. Because you say, life is for the living, and stop focusing so much on what you don't have and what you want and what you could have, and but just spend time enjoying what you actually do have. Whether it's big, small, just enjoy it. They can pay out the wicked. Gabby said they could pay out the wicked. That too, but at the end of the day, remember, it's a business. And they don't want to become broke paying you out. So they want to make sure they keep all their money. Because you remember the story? Was it before I left? Was it before I left or after? With the young man that on a live the health insurance guy in was it Manhattan? Yeah, and people were actually happy. I saw people applauding him because they're saying these companies, they're literally, they have people at their throat, like they're holding on to you, squeezing the life out of you. You're paying insurance and for your health and what have you, and you can't get, when you need it, you can't get it, and it's a sort of denials and all sorts of crazy stuff. But it's a crazy world we live in right now. It is a crazy world. Hey Che, hey. First time seeing you over here. Welcome. Happy New Year. Hope you're gonna be a good boy for the year, and stop giving trouble. And behave yourself. All right. There's a nice law-abiding citizen. Anyway, guys. So on Monday we had a situation, right? Thank you, JJ. We can pay every month, no problem. They take our money, no questions asked. But when it's time to pay out is an issue. How often they paying out? That is the $1 million question. And you dare not miss a payment. You have to make your payments. But when it's time to make a claim, it's a whole sort of rigmarole run around, and that's what, like, according to um the story, that's why the young man unalived the health insurance dude. Something to do with his mother being sick and whatever, needing whatever. So yes, you change your ways. Good boy. Dwayne, happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a while as well. They say the young man is a hero. Sharon George, good morning. So let's talk about this current situation and update. I don't know, what is that Maniku name? Who Maniku you talking about? Who Maniku? Oh, the one. Listen, I had to take about 50 deep breaths, and I asked the gentleman in question, "You sure you want me to post this?" And he was like, "I'm like, you sure?" And he said, "Okay." And then I ventured over to his Facebook page to, take a look at what's going on over there. And, is it, you know what? Moving on. So, based on the situation we had on Monday, right? Let me see if I can just um backtrack a bit for those of you who are new and you probably missed the story, so you can catch up. So on Monday, was it Monday? Monday, Tuesday? I think Tuesday. Tuesday, yes. So on Tuesday, we we had a situation where Monday or Tuesday, me can't remember, one of them days. But we had a situation where a young lady sent in this, and She sent it in while I was away, but I was, going through my messages and putting them up. And this young lady said that she's been in a relationship with a man for about 3 years, and dude has a good job, does pretty well for himself, and she's also working and she has her own home, whatever. But last month, which I'm guessing, based on when I got it in December, so I'm guessing early December, whatever, November. Anyway, time doesn't matter. But she was a 450, like four bills and a 50 short of paying her mortgage. And the reason why, because her mom was sick and she had to pay a lot for her care. All right. We all know how expensive healthcare is. And depending on the nature of the mom's illness, that can run into the thousands and thousands of dollars. And that can really dip into your savings, whatever you have. And sometimes it can put you back a bit. I've experienced it when my mom was with her situation. It's a lot. Healthcare is expensive. So she told him about the situation and her being shot, blah, blah, blah. And his response was sorry to hear that. And that was it. She even went on to say she never asked him for any money, never have in the 3 years they've been together. So even though she just talked about the situation, his response had her feeling away. Now, based on that, and probably she read the comments from you guys and yada, 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 it seems as though she decided to call it quits with the gentleman. So he now, probably, I don't know how he came across it, but then again, it's public. So if you know your situation, you probably know, okay, it's about me. Sent this one yesterday, and he said he just wanted to touch base with me in reference to the post, which he says he think is about him because the time frame and the wording is the same, he says, as the situation. He went on further to say that he read the comments and he saw a lot of women bashing him, and he was wondering why. And yes, he was in a relationship for 3 years, and everything she said regarding never asking him for anything is true. So he gave her that, and that's one of the reasons he loves her, because she never asked. A man love you because you never ask them for anything. Listen, she's what you call independent, he says, and works hard for her own, like I do. I said was in a relationship because she has since told me she thinks it best we go our separate ways because of my response to her when she told me about being short with her mortgage payment, and she feels like I wasn't concerned about her. But I wanted to say this, and maybe at that point in time, common sense would have kick into high gear and say, you know what, let me stop there and say, okay, let me leave that alone. But anyways, foot and mouth disease is real. So he went on further to say, I don't think it's my responsibility to take care of another adult, especially as we are not even married. I take care of myself, have my own responsibilities, which I rely on no one to deal with. It seems that's all women want from relationship these days. Someone to foot the bill. And we are labeled when we don't. And then he still went on further to say, I love her. She's a good woman, but I think she's overreacting with a decision to end a relationship of 3 years over money. You know what? Just for the sheer dotishness of it, I would have left you too. Because it's still going over your head. It's like whoosh. It's like it just went right over your head again. Why? She made specific reference as to the reason why she thinks it's best to go your separate ways, which was she feels like you wasn't concerned about her. And then you still had the testicular fortitude to throw in she's overreacting with a decision to end a relationship of 3 years over money. Sir, Mr. Man, Mr. Sir, it was not about the money. It was about the principle and the fact she does not feel like you were concerned. And I did say that on Tuesday. And the first caller want to come for me. I hope you come for me this morning again. Y'all let us go quiet when y'all need to go quiet. And when you need to go quiet, all you're talking. I need y'all to talk this morning. Right? She's ending it because she feels like you were not concerned about her. And that is why I made the point that sometimes, even though you're not in a position to help or support financially, you can offer some sort of moral support. Like, okay, other than sorry to hear that. Oh, yes, I'm sorry to hear that. What how are you going about fixing this? How can we sort this out? How can I help? How can I, do you need anything? Is there any way you can work through this? We can work through this. Other than sorry to hear that. That is where she felt, okay, then what exactly am I in? Is this a relationship? And yes, time plays a lot. This was not a 6 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month relationship, 3 whole years. And if you're going to invest 3 years in a person, that means you are somehow connected. And I think 3 years is a long enough time for you to, you know, be more than concerned about the well being of your partner. And if you're in a position to help, you can. It's not that you have to. And I always stand firm on that. Yes, we're all adults. Yes, we're all responsible for ourselves. Yes, you're responsible for paying your bills and what have you. And you should not have to depend on anybody to do that. And should not be anybody else's responsibility, of course. But things happen. And these are the little things that makes a relationship a relationship. That when you need support, that person is there to support you. And again, it does not always have to be financially. It can be morally. It can be more than sorry to hear that. But just showing a little empathy and asking how we can, how can you, even if it's a little advice, go and make some snow ice and sell something. But no, sorry to hear that. After 3 years, I think we deserve a little bit more than that. I really think we do. And it's not about ending it over money, because if it was over money for 3 years and she held it down without asking you for anything, you would have been left in month 2 or month 1 when she realized the type of person you are. If it was about money, nobody stays in a relationship if it's about money for 3 years and you ain't even getting a mint, and you can't ask them for $1 to buy a pen of cool. How can it be about money when you yourself admitted she has never asked you for anything? She holds down her own. She takes care of her business. Listen, come the speaker of the house. Good morning.
Morning. Let me tell you something. You see some of all of this woman and them all they like too much man. All they must know when to let go man. All they must know when to leave these people boy children alone. Miss, from the time you pick up the lady boy child, you're supposed to have a little problem only up 3-4 months in. You know, you need a little 100. Not that you need the money, but you have to see the kind of devil you lie down in the bed with every night. All you know is like to be pick me. You ever said to them, me, I independent. I me money, I could have more money than the man I begging you still. And if you don't give me, I don't want you. Because guess what? Nothing like a generous man. You see what I was saying earlier there? 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. You don't know when down go take you. So you need somebody for good time and for
bad times, of course.
Yes, because today I could be good, everything all right with me. And by next week, so now something happen, things fall apart, and I need a shoulder to lean on. All you like, and let me tell you something. You see this type of greedy man and them, they just let you know how they is from up front. Because they them kind of man and them, thing always coming up on social media, and they go send it to your phone. And you go say, yeah, me know what she this and she that. You're agreeing with them man and them. Don't agree with this man and them when they come and telling you, oh, they this and they that.
And they like you. They like your independence.
Because you're independent. I could independent as what? Pass a little money for me nail. Okay? I could independent as what? A man's job is to provide and protect. A lot of value want pick me. Oh, the man think I'm independent. I could stand on my own 2 feet. Stand on your own 2 feet until you can stand on your own 2 feet. 3 years now for you to find out the man no good. Eh?
3 whole
put yourself
years.
there. 3 whole years. You put yourself there. Ask them man for a little change. As soon as you meet them man and them, how you texting your phone bill at pay? Eh? You're going and miss him. How you putting gas in your car? Oh, you like too much man. Have a good day.
Oh God, we just kill me, you know. Leo, why are you really telling me here this morning, Mr. Leo? Aruna pick her side. The man treated her like an equal as you all ask for. She's independent. Be so. What are you really talking about? Leo, you're a woman? Let me find out you have a woman, Leo L.J. Richardson. Let me find out if you have a madam. Because if that is your thing, I'm telling you, woman, right now on national radio to leave you. Because I don't know what independence had to do, because the man admitted that she has never asked him for anything. Never in the 3 years said to him one day, hey, a shot on a bill, a shot on a this, nothing, nada, never. The only reason she did, and she stated, because her mother was sick and it cost a lot of money for health care to get her mother back. So that was the reason. What independence had to do with y'all convenient leaders choose. Independence don't mean money alone. You're able to handle your different situations. She has her own home, taking care of her own, taking care of herself without relying or depending on anybody. So you're trying to say you're in a relationship with a man for years and you in a little jam or like a script and you ask your man who you swapping spit with, who breathing in your face, who's snoring in your ears, farting while you're sleeping and all kind of thing, you're day inhaling all them thing, you won't have a problem. And you're trying to say to me, if you're in a little jam at $450, you're saying you need to be independent and you can't ask. What is one here talking about, self? Make it make sense. This person here says women. So you heard the whole story? What is? Watch, I'll cut off this live, you know. It's like men hearing what they want to hear. They just say women hearing what they want to hear, but like all they hear, listen, wrong is wrong, right is right. If it's not what it is, it's not what it is. Stop trying to justify. You'll always say women justify, but it looks as though a lot of all it just justifying this morning. How you gonna tell me women like her, money can buy her, she for sale? She can't see the bigger picture, only glamour. And what bigger picture and what for sale, sir? You listening to what I said? I said to you, whoever you are, on the WhatsApp, the lady was with the man for 3 years. He himself admitted she has never asked him for a dime, a pence, a dollar, a pound, nothing, a rupee, however you want to call it, a shilling, nothing in 3 years. Never asked him for one dry cent for 3 whole years, 12 months in a year. That is how many months? Do the math. Never. So how can you buy her? What are you talking about? What are you really talking about this morning? Women like her, money can buy her fish. Her money buying her, and the lady never asked, and she didn't even ask now. She just had a issue, and she spoke to him about it, and he said sorry to hear that. She never came out and says, give me the money, or do this, or do that for me. What are you talking about? What bigger picture are you talking about? What picture is there to see? Which glamour and what glamour where? There ain't no glamour, nothing glitter in here. Anything that glittered was what she made glittered on her own. She never asked him to add any sprinkles. She sprinkled herself. So what do you mean by money? Women like her, money can buy her. Buy who? How? Once she never asked for anything and he never gave. Papa, they're really showing up all themselves this week, Papa. I used to say Eli Moss low as bench. Nah, Papa. Eli Moss, you have a lot of friends out here. Come on, collect your brother and them in Christ. That's all. So what exactly let me ask the question. What exactly is the purpose of a relationship these days? To just what? Play donkey and then what? Do the dog and what? So that is all we have in relation. That's all we have. And no wonder. And we were asking yesterday why relationship not working, because that is all there is to it. Remove coitus from the relationship and nobody and nothing to offer nobody. No wonder. So once the thrill and once the niceness done, you move on to the next person. That is all we offering in relationships now. So you're trying to say I'm in a relationship with you 3 years and I'm in a jam, never ask you for anything, spoke to you about it, you were not concerned, sorry to hear that, and you went on about your daily business, never even came back to ask, okay, did you manage to sort it out? Did you, knowing that it's a home you're paying for, that's the roof over your head, and I'm sure you come in that same house and do the dog and then leave your white leg boxers on the bathroom style, or you leave it on the floor and go about your business. You have toothbrush, you come in and sleep and opening fridge and pouring juice and crossing leg on couch and laying on bed and watching TV in comfort in AC. And you're saying to me that I can't come to you and say, hey, I'm in a little jam, give me a little help out this month. That is what you're really saying. That is what we're really saying. So what are we in relationship for? We might as well be on two islands. I come and see you, you do the dog, and then you go about your business. No strings, no nothing. If that's how we see in relationship, that somebody asking or looking for a little support means you're looking for glamour and money, and when you're looking, when you're doing your own thing. Nah, Papa. You're rough out here. What's the song I played this morning? I played at Joe Tex this morning. You had to hold on to what you got. Yeah, so if you only have good man out there that doing and helping and providing, listen, when he reach home this evening, put him sit down on a rub and give him a good massage, yeah? Bring a nice wet rag for him to wipe his hand. Make sure the food warm. Babe, sit down, I come in and give you dinner today. And sit down, and when he finish eat, remove the plate and then wipe his hand, wipe his mouth, and then escort him to the couch, put the remote in his hand and tell him relax and put a nice wet cloth over his forehead. If you have a man, because yeah, look as though the rest out here. Jan, morning. I mean, what Janice say? Some of us was wrong. When man start to visit us, they don't even walk with a bird and house. Jeez. Not even, but they come in. But Jay, what they come in with bread and cheese for? When they come in and meeting you home, you're running home only to go and make homemade bread. Huh? And you're timing them, so by the time they reach the bread just out the oven and you slap the cheese in it and it melts, and they sit down and bop, and then they go and sit down in front of your TV and watching and running up your electricity. And one sports channel, you're not even watching TV, but you put on sports channel so they could come and sit down and watch football and enjoy themselves, and then pick up and go about their business. And you doing all that, performing wifely duties, and they still cheating on you with somebody who ain't doing half of that, and they still have to fork out the money. That's how it does be, you know. You who put in any time and don't asking for nothing, yeah, she independent man. And that's what I like. I like woman that like to that could handle their own. I like woman that like to ask. But they're still with a woman with 4 children. None of them is dead and they have to support them. All you confused bad out here and all you talking about women confused, all you confused more than us. Carrington morning. Dr. Jocelyn Peters Morning says it's essential to choose a partner who offers support and encouragement. Being in a relationship with someone who uplifts you can significantly enhance your overall well-being. And that is the crux of the matter. We're only looking at the financial part of it. Yes, that is important. But if you have somebody who cannot support you and encourage you and motivate you, then you're spinning top in mud. So you ain't getting finance, you ain't getting no sort of support any way, shape, or form. What are you doing there? What are you really doing? Because in this instance, she needed a little financial support. He ain't do that. And he still didn't even offer her some moral support. Okay, babes, you got this. I know you know, let me see how we can handle it. Sorry to hear that. That's what the man tell her, you know. Sorry to hear that. And then we have people here making excuses talking about what? Woman, what she in it for in it for what money? If it was for money, they would not reach 3 years. Who in a relationship for money? And some, you know what? Just be funny. Have a lot of auditors be talking about woman like money, and truth be told, they don't even have money to like. It's always people who don't have to money. Is always the ones talking about woman like man with money when you don't have money for yourself, and always busy women gold diggers yada yada yada. But you ain't have no gold to dig. So how you calling somebody who with you gold digger and like money and when you ain't have to give? Make that make sense. Like how? Gabby say man don't like good treatment. Gabby, Gabby are real terrorists, Man don't like good treatment. They do. It's just those that behaving like what we have here today, making it hard for them. But we do have good men. We do have men who do all those things.
Let me ask a question. Could you make love on the hungry belly?
No, Papa. They look as though they're doing it. They're the two of the belly rubbing one against one another and making sparks. They're making it. They're making it. Trust and believe they're making it. These days, they're making it hungry, 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 and get up and he gone about the business. And you go and buy a roti for yourself, eat out the road, and come home.
Another man is not a man. Let me ask a question. Could you make love on the hungry belly?
They're making it, Papa. Can it to Gabby? Too much man. They're making it. Sit on the belly boiling and they might eat and come home and then they have to drink a cup of tea for themselves. They're making it. They're always making it. But it goes both ways because some men giving some ladies everything they need and still them ladies giving nothing in return, not even a little attention. The man that's not doing anything for them is who getting all the attention. Then you know how to deal. Just so the lady decide, you know what, this relationship is no longer for me. The same, men have the same rights to choose. And I keep saying over and over again, women aren't the only ones who ought to have standards. Men ought to have the same standards. And you're supposed to have things that, your expectations, what you like, dislike, blah, blah, blah. You should have the same. And if it's not in accordance with what you're looking for, it doesn't align with what you're looking for, you have all rights to exit stage left. You're not obligated. You're not glued down. You ain't gorilla glue in a position or in a relationship. They have to come in and lift you out of the relationship. You can open the door and walk out of the relationship same way. So the argument that, it goes both ways, of course it goes both ways. It has always gone both ways and will continue to go both ways. So it's not only women that have choice, men have choice too. So if you're in a position and you just for yourself, you're in a relationship and you're feeling like you're by yourself, then you might as well be by yourself. What's the point of being in a relationship for support? And again, I stress, it does not always have to be financial support. Moral support goes a long way. You may not have the money to give, but moral support goes a long way. Babes, how can we figure this out? Goes a long way compared to here. Look the money. Women love when you show interest, and especially when the woman knows that you're not in a position to help, but the attention you give and the time that you put into finding a solution, it goes a long way. Krista said they broken as the bridge down my them for talking about woman want money. And they still have side woman on top of it. All the thing they're sharing. Issue is getting all these men taking care of 5 and 6 women at once. That means they're not doing it. And we have to blame ourselves as women too, eh? We honestly have to blame ourselves as women too. Because sometimes just in the name of saying I have a man and that is my man, a lot of women are struggling in relationships, but staying just because I have a man and want to say that is my man. So when you see them at 5 and 6, that don't mean the 5 and 6, sometimes none of them getting anything except that's all they have to offer. That's what you're getting, nothing else, no more. And some people are contented with that. They're able to take care of themselves, as the situation here now. 3 years this lady in this relationship doing for herself. And I'm sure somebody looking on, knowing the man has a good job, whatever, John Public probably saying, oh, she with him because he helping her, not knowing that he never gave her one dry cent in all the 3 years. So don't look on people relationship from the outside and see it seemingly flourishing and thinking, oh, the man doing this. Sometimes the women are the ones doing it. You are the one paying your own bills, taking care of yourself, and it seems as though the person is contributing to it. So don't get fooled. Chad said the man that ain't doing nothing is the one getting. I'm telling you. The women love. Well, I know women all you fighting up with Jess. Chad say women love when you show interest to put you in a friend zone after. Well, Papa, well, I guess if you're dealing with children, you'll get to go in friend zone with children. But I've never heard of any grown woman who want big woman things putting a man in friend zone because he shows interest and concern about her well-being. Me don't know who little children that smell a hot sun are they dealing with, so you're gonna have to deal with that. But no grown woman about her ish is gonna sit back and say, let me put a man in a friend zone that concern about me, that care about me and love me. That woman probably really need help for herself. For you to take a man that care about you and concern about you and put him in a friend zone and go fight up with one that and give two hoots whether you eat today, you could hear your belly grumbling while you lay down and he ain't even asking you, eat babes? Put it on the earplugs in the ears to drown out the sound. That is an audio. Good morning.
Watch out. I was on a phone call on it for job, and my body scratching me. My body scratching me to get off them government food. Listen me. Start making excuse. Start making excuse for that man.
You
that
brothers
man,
and them in the
that
Lord
man
that
lame.
make your fellow
That man
brothers that making excuses for all you.
That man lame, Jed. That man's a lame man. Like, really? I mean, come on, man. It's kind of petty excuse about she's an independent woman. You should glad about independent woman.
You're fine.
So that's when she shouldn't even have to ask for something because 3 years and she ain't begging for nothing. She ain't ask you for a dime. Oh my God! One time she in a tight spot, and all they could say, "You sorry
to hear that." And you come back now, still making some kind of manje pop excuse.
Now making married.
Best is just hush.
Listen me. What I want to say, I can't say it on the radio because they go cut off the station.
Best is just
no,
hush.
he fret me, man. No man. Come on, man. We big people. Either you want a relationship, or you want to make fears. Let me be honest about it. Say what you want to do. Say what you want to do. Say what you want. If you want to pay for it, pay for it. But if you want to build a relationship with somebody, it works both ways. A relationship is about building something together. And most times it's all about financial because, like I said last time, most of them women making more money than men.
Exactly.
So it's not always about financial, but it's about the moral
support goes
and
a long
ethical
way.
and spiritual support that you give that person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about, see me, I'm a little bit of a woman, let me keep me as quiet and be a really woman. Because I'm making man look bad, Jen. I'm making man look bad.
Listen, that's why I always refer to you when we were up in Lhasa, Jess, a couple months ago, and your madam come around, and we sit down knocking with 2 dominoes, and the lady come by you, and you just take out your wallet, and you hand the lady, and you don't even look to see, when she hand you back, somebody open it to see how much she take. You ain't even fatter than that. You shove your wallet back in your pants, and we continue to knock dominoes.
That's how I grew up.
You ain't seen that? You ain't seen that. Them man and them say we like money.
That's how I was trained. But so who don't like money?
I tell you, the man.
Who don't like money?
I tell you, Terrence, lady come, Terrence hand the lady the wallet, and she take what she wants, and the game continue.
The vehicle drive, and you have to do tune up on it. You have to change tires. You have to put gas.
Service it. You have to service it for it to function properly. So you want your woman to be in town every day with the same clothes over and over that she have from things she was just meet 3 years ago. She should still have on the same outfit, have the same shoes, the same hairstyle, and you feeling proud to say that is your woman?
Well, I'm going to bite an accent, man. Sorry. I have a good day.
Go on. Let me come on my business here. No, Papa. Mervyn Mark, good morning. He says a lot of adults are just not mature in our society these days. Maturity doesn't have an age. Nope. That is what's sadly lacking, maturity. And it's sad that we got into this place where, and I mean, while it's justified, while there are enough evidence and reasons to believe why some people feel the way they do about certain situations, that should not be the overall thought that, hey, every time you get into a relationship because a woman wants to eat you out or whatever. It can be. It can be. That's how, this generation thinks that's what it's all about. That's what relationships are all about. It's really sad, and you can miss out on some pretty good relationships if that's how you're thinking. And again, I guess that goes back to the question that Jackie asked yesterday: why are relationships failing so much lately? All of that makes up the reasons why it's failing. And unless we reprogram ourselves, and unless we start having conversations regarding what you expect from this relationship, what are you doing or contributing to the relationship, and that goes across the board, male as well as female. What exactly is our purpose? What are we here for? What do we hope to achieve together? What are we working towards? Are we just having fun, or are we working towards something more serious? Are we seeing long term, or is just having a good time? What exactly is it? You have to start asking the questions so you will not be caught in situations like this. Farah, good morning. Says this is why when dating and getting to know a person, this is the kind of traits and characteristics you have to find out before committing. That is the point I was making. That is the point I'm making. We have to start asking the questions to see where, and don't stop wasting our time. 3 years is a lot of time. You can't take that back. That's gone. That's dead time. For 3 years. So you really have to know and understand what we're getting ourselves into before we fully commit to anything, because the cycle will continue to repeat itself. Financial responsibilities can be a significant challenge in relationships, but addressing them together can strengthen the partnership. Thank you, Dr. Jocelyn Peters. Very, very important, and we don't have those conversations. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all on Monday. Thank you for checking into the room. Kevin said this is so true. I would call a certain person name and you wouldn't believe. And he seems so well put together. Listen, appearances can be deceiving. Guys, have a great Thursday. And of course, thank you so much, Nirvana Spa, Beacon Insurance, and Western Union for powering up our morning, or our show, that is. And we'll see you all next week for more. All right? Have a good one, everybody.